Okay, so Sindome is a text-based role-playing game that you play online, either in your web browser or using what's called a MUD or Mu client. So to start out, you're going to go to sindome.org. You go up here, sign up, enter your email address, confirm your email address, hit the sign up button. So let's test it out. Hit sign up. Great success. We've sent you an email with a confirmation link in it. Please click the link to validate your account. So we'll go over, at this point you'd go to your email, you'd get some login details. Let's do that. Sindome character confirmation code. Click this link. All right. So I went to my email, I click the link, or I copy and pasted the link, and I've brought it here. Great. Now my character information has been emailed. So I'm going to go back to my email account. Sorry that you guys can't see this, but we're recording just a single window. So now we're back here. We would like to play Sindome now. So we click play Sindome now. And it's going to bring up a new window, which you can't see. And we are switching over to that now. One second. There we go. This is the web-based client. So you're going to enter the character name that you got from your email. Mine is Thompson02713442. Don't worry, you'll be able to change this later. And the password that you got as well. Keep in mind this is case sensitive. Password, hit connect. Relatively straightforward. From here, you're in character generation. From character generation, you want to review what's been said here. You can read, you can look, type look, you can review some ideas, you can type begin to start working on your character. We'll do begin. My character is going to be male. My name is going to be test character. Would you want your name? Yes, you cannot change your name after you set it. Important if you so at this point, if I disconnect, instead of connecting as Thompson, whatever, I'm going to connect as test character, or in your case, you'll connect with whatever your current character's name is. Now, your password is not changed at this point. From here, you can start creating your stats. Your stats, there's strength, endurance, intelligence, luck, perception, agility, and charisma, as you can see here. Depending upon what you want out of your character, you will deal with different stats. You can type ideas, I believe, at this point, and choose one of these to get an idea. So pick one that you like. Okay, the fixer. What's the fixer like? Hit 7. And these are the specific roles. So these are the specific roles, the stats, the skills, the useful skills that you need. Some more information. Double-clicking on the screen enables scroll lock. Double-click again to disable scroll lock. Now we can begin again. You type look, you see the stats. Now I'm going to put a bunch into strength. As you can see, my strength is went from active to limber. Now it's potent. At the same time, the number of points I have left is going down. Keep in mind, you only start with 20. There will come a point that you cannot raise a specific stat any further. That's this point. I still have 5 points left. Let's put it into endurance. So now I have 0 stat points left. And these are my existing stats. If I want to lower strength, I would type 1 down, right? Now I have another point left to distribute because I've reduced my strength. And let's raise endurance 1 more. So these are now my stats. I'm going to move on and type done. Here are all the skills that are in the game. Skills and stats work together. So I want to be a fixer. That means I'm going to deal with a lot of stuff in the market. I'm going to be buying things. I'm going to need to have some trading, right? Now trading is 5. Let's type 5. At this point, you can raise you've got 80 skill points, as you can see right here. And you can raise this stat between 1 and 10. Let's raise it 10 points. Now my trading has gone to poor. It's a good idea to focus on only a few skills to start. You don't want to try and raise all of these to poor. It's just not, the skill won't be useful. So let's keep raising trading by 10. There'll come a point where we cannot raise it anymore. Our trading is at adept, and that is when we cannot raise it anymore. Now let's say we want stealth, number 4, so we can sneak around. Let's put the rest of our stats into stealth, or the rest of our skill points into stealth. Now we're done. Now we need to write a description, so we'll type D. Keep in mind when you're writing your description that you don't want to tell the person who's reading your description, because when other characters look at you, they type look in your name, they'll see your description as well as what you're wearing and your physical condition, etc. You don't want to tell them what to think. So you don't want to be like, he looks like a shade ball. You want to describe him as shady. He stands at 5'5", hunched over with darting blue eyes. And constantly twitching fingers. That kind of sounds shady, right? So that's going to be our description now. You'll want to write something more. You can also type example to get an example description. Your description, unlike your name, can be changed at any point. So if you want to just get started in the game, write a brief description that you can then flesh out later on, just as long as, hit the basics, how tall they are, maybe their skin color, their general cleanliness, that kind of thing. Now we can choose our descent. I'll choose Chinese. I will confirm. Natural hair color, dark brown, confirm. Hairstyle. Again, these are the hair is something that you can change later on. You cannot change your descent. Eye color. How tall they are. Short is going to be like 5 feet to 5'3". Average is more like a 5'5", 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", 5'9". Tall, etc. So I'm going to be a midget. Nobody ever chooses midget, so I'm going to choose it. My build, thin, average, husky, being fat, I'm going to be fatty. And how did you find out about us? And now we are at the doors to the dome. There's a red arrow, as you can see, pointing south, and my recommendation would be to go south. Do not go in a different direction. You'll end up in the desert, and if you're in the desert, you don't really, there's no role playing. So you want to keep heading south until you're actually in the dome, in the city, and when you've got a few minutes, you want to read at newbie, which has a bunch of information. I would just run through each one. It looks like a lot. It's not that bad. At rules, well, all right. You can either type X or at abort to get out of this. The other thing is when you start typing a command, you'll see it shows here. You can type it to finish. Things like look me. This is what I look like. Test character. This is that description I put in earlier. I'm holding nothing. I'm in excellent condition. I have a small amount of cyan on me. Cyan is money. I can count to see how much cyan I have on me. I can type I or INV or inventory, all the same. INV. It's all auto-completed. That's what I have on me, which is nothing. I can type look again to see where I am. This is where you are. This is the description of the room. Usually things in different colors can be maybe interacted with, or they need to be drawn attention to. This is a vehicle in the room. If there was somebody in the room, they would appear in that same area. This is a weather message or a general message about the area. Those are ambient and change. And this is the exits. So there's a set of giant doors leading to the dome to the south, a set of parallel roads to the north. So I can look north, right? I can look south. It looks closed, but if I start to head south, it will open up for me. So now we've moved. Again, this is where we are. The color that shows here is a baseline for where you are in the city. So up here you see that. Those colors usually refer to outdoor badlands out of the city rooms. This color refers to inside the city rooms on the red level. There's different levels. You'll find that out. Again, we've got the description. Then we notice the walls have been dubbed with colorful graffiti. All right. Again, that's something that you can interact with. Look, graffiti. This is what you see. All right. Then you see the dim light from above, does little to penetrate, etc., and the exit. So again, we can look north. That's back the way we came, and we can look south. Right. So we'll go south again. There are a bunch of commands for talking to other people, interacting with objects, etc. There's more graffiti here. We'll look at it. Okay. Then we see certain characters. These are characters that look like they've never made it into the city. We can look at them. Look at Alice. And there's a crappy description that you don't want to imitate. We could examine Alice to see some things we could do. If Alice was here and really talking or connected, we could talk to them. We can still talk to them, though they won't ever, respond to Alice. Hey, that is directly talking to this person. We could say we wanted everyone in the room to maybe hear what we said. We'd say hi. But we need to keep in mind that when we say hi like that, we're using localized speech. So you can type speaking and see who can potentially hear you, right? If you want to make sure everybody can hear you, you can type speak loudly. Then when you say, hey, everyone will see that, right? There's also play tips, which are these little, once you use a command, you'll get a little bonus UE. UE is unassigned experience, and UE can be used to increase your stats and skills. You can see UE and a lot of other information about your character by typing at stats. Now, I see my character name, my height, my eye color, my hair, my build, my heritage, a list of my stats and where they're at. what my face looks like, which can be changed with that face. You can see that I don't have a clone. That's something that you'll figure out when you're playing. You can see my skills, stealth and trading, the language I speak, the amount of play tips I've uncovered, and that I'm recovering from activity slowly, meaning that I'm a little tired. As you increase certain stats, you will get tired less often and less quickly. If you want to see your health, HT, me. I'm in excellent condition, physically well rested, but recovering slowly. Say I want to look at somebody else's health, HT Alice. She's in excellent condition. If someone were to get into a fight, their health condition line would change. So, from here, I can look north, back the way I came, and I can look south. Looks like to the south there's a lot of stuff going on. I can also see that there's a description of contraband items and stuff that can't be taken into the city. So, if I go south from here again, I will go through a process of, excuse me, a line. You'll want to read all this information. And you want to read all of the descriptions. They really give you a sense of the game. So this guy's asking me, okay, you're about to enter the city. Do I want to leave this line? You want to hit no. If you hit yes, you're not going to get into the city. So you're going to have to repeat this process a couple times. You're advancing slowly. Do you want to leave this line? No. Eventually you'll get through. Just keep hitting no. And then you can do that. I'm going to step out of line for right now so that we can continue talking. The other thing that we can do is if you have a question for admin, you can type xhelp. Hey, I am testing. Or you type, hey, I need help. There's also, that's to speak to admin and game masters. The other thing you can do is type xgame test. Game is a game help channel that's kind of run by players. So if they're on admin around, other players can help you answer your whatever you need. As you can see, this admin responded to me with a kind of inappropriate message, but they know that it's me and that I'm testing and etc. So we've now taken you from not having a character and not knowing what Sindome was to having a character and learning a couple of the commands and probably still not knowing what Sindome is. You have to play the game to really understand it. The other things you can do, there's @newbie, there's @rules, and the website itself has a huge set of resources for acquainting you with the game and acquainting you with what cyberpunk is. Cyberpunk is the Matrix. It's William Gibson, Neuromancer, Johnny Mnemonic, Richard K. Morgan, Altered Carbon, Judge Dredd, not the Sylvester Stallone one, but the new one, or the comics. It's the Mega Man X kind of world. It's post-apocalyptic sometimes. Sometimes it's just corporate controlled. If you've seen the show Continuum, that's very cyberpunk. Dark Angel is very cyberpunk by James Cameron. Even Terminator 2 is very cyberpunk. It's, corporations control the world. Machines are taking over, or dystopian futures where people, like 1984 is very early cyberpunk, even though it was written way before there was anything. Philip K. Dick, Scanner Darkly, Blade Runner, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. All of these are very cyberpunk. Frank Creed's Underground series, like Flashpoint, they're very, Deus Ex Machina, whatever. So there's a lot of information like that available. You can also type help, and you'll get a lot of information. If you don't want to browse it in the client, you can go to the website, and there is a help system on the website that has different stuff. Help introduction, help theme, help timeline. These are all great resources. There's also a timeline on the website that's very easy to read. If you want to get the history, this game takes place 85 years in the future. What year is it? Maybe it's 2013. That's when I've created this, but it could be 2017, and that means it's 85 years from 2017. Help speaking, help style, examine, whatever. All these commands you want to experiment with, and once you get into the city, you'll start meeting other characters, and for the most part, they'll probably be helpful to you because you're a new player. as you get more experienced, you start to learn the actual game. And people will not be as nice. But you have to keep in mind that it's not the person that's playing the character that isn't being nice, it's the character themselves. Maybe the character is just a jerk. So remember that you shouldn't take the role play personally. If somebody's mean to you, if somebody does a bad thing to you, like robs you or something, they're not robbing you, they're robbing your character. And you should look at that and as a positive thing. You've got role playing, you've got something to do. Like now you want revenge on that person. So keep that in mind. And if you have any questions, X help. Hey, I have a question. How do I whatever? Or if you get stuck or whatever. You can also, if no one responds, use X game to talk to other players. Do not ask for in-character information, meaning, oh, where's so-and-so located? That's information you have to ask about as your character, not as your player. You could say, hey, I don't understand how this command works. That's fine. But don't say, hey, I don't understand how to get to this place from where I am. So have fun and good luck.